Hello everyone, today we're learning Mציעא Daf Yud Aleph. Today's Shia is Lirfros Yosef Chaim Ben Ilana. Let's go. The Mishnah starts, Roy Somrotzim Achar Mציעא, Achar Tzvi Shabor, Achar Gozer Shloi Porchu, V'omar Zochto Lisodi, Zochto Loi. So someone saw people chasing after a Mציעא, something that was lost, or after a deer that can't run properly, that's injured, or after baby birds that can't fly yet, and he sees them chasing, trying to be zoiche in it, and he says, I want my soda to be zoiche in it. So he's zochteloi, he's zoiche in the Mציעא, even if someone catches it before him, but his soda is zoiche in it, kinyan chotza. If the deer was running as is and could just run away, or baby birds that could fly, and he said he wants his field to be zoicha, he didn't say anything because his field won't guard this item. It could just fly away or it could just run away. Amar Yehuda Amar Shmuel v'usha oimed b'tzatzadeu. When are you koina? Only if he's standing at the side of his field. But if he's standing far away in the city and the fields, and outside the city, and he knows about it, it's not good enough. Ask the Gemara, v'tikne lesedeu d'Amar Rabbi Yossi bar Chanina chatzer shod adam koina lo yishaloi midato. Rabbi Yossi bar Chanina says that chotza can be koina even without knowing about it. So why do you need to be standing there? Says the Gemara, teretani mili b'chotza mishtamares. Depends. If I have a protected garden and something landed inside, and the item that landed inside is going to stay there, even though I don't guard it just because it can't get out, so then it's koine lo shloi midatoi. But over here, that even though that the deer can't run properly, but it could move slowly, so it's not chotza mishtamarish, it's not guarded by itself. Therefore, you need to be standing over there. We're not tamer the chotza she'eino mishtamaras yoim b'tzatzadei in iloi. How do we know this? That by chotza she'eino mishtamaras, that's not guarded naturally, you need to be standing there. The Tanya we learned in the Brisa, oya oimed ba'ir, someone was sitting in the city, v'oime yudani sheyeshli yudani she'oimer sheyeshli basode poyalim shochechu lo yeshikha. לא ישיקך, יוכל לא ישיקך, תאמר לא ימה ושוכחתו, או ימה בסודה ושוכחתו ולא יבאיר. So it's in the Bride, so there's a din of shikha that if you forget, when you're picking up your produce and you forget some in the field, it goes to the anin. So Reuven's standing in the city and he says, I know that my workers left this little bundle and I don't want it to be shikha. So said the Brisa, you might think it shouldn't be shikha. That only forgetting is in the soda, but not forgetting in the ear. It doesn't really make sense because the Gemara is going to straight away ask the kasha. Let's see the Gemara's kasha inside. Hagul for kasha, it doesn't make sense. You said you might think this won't be shikha, alma, it's mashma ave shikha, it's mashma, you're going to bring a pasuk to tell me that it is shikha. V'nosiv lo Gemara, and then the Gemara brings a pasuk, the Brisa brings a pasuk, b'soda v'shochachta v'loi be'ir, that forgetting is only in the field, not in the city. Alma lo ave shikha. It means that it's not shikha, only in the field it's called shikha, but if you forgot about it in the city, it's not shikha. Doesn't make sense. You bring a raya, the opposite from what you just said. This is pshat in the Brisa. In the field, if you forgot about it the whole time, then it's considered shikha. If he said, okay, I'm going to come back to this pile, and then he forgot about it, ain't shikha. Then, even though they forgot afterwards, but because at the beginning he remembered they're coming back for this, it's not shikha, my timer. What's the reason? Kevan the koiga boss, since he's over there, he's in the soda, he's not in the city. אבל לחצר וזוכת לו יצז חוצה נזויך לו, אבל בעיר, if he's in the city, אפילו זוכר בסוף שכוח, if he remembered and then he forgot, אבל שכחו, it's considered שכחו, and it's for the עניים. My time and what's the reason? The less because he's not there, that his soda should be zoich in it. So we could see that in a case where it's no mishtama, Chatzer shel Adam koineloi only if he's over there in the soda, but not if he's in the city. So that's right, what we said. Said the Gemara Kasha mimai Dilma Gzeres HaKosov Hui the Basada Naveshikho Beir Lo Yaveshikho. Says the Gemara, no, maybe the Gzeres HaKosov is telling you that only in the Soda, that's when you could forget. But if you came to the city, it's not considered Shikha whatsoever. And in the city, forgetting is not considered forgetting. And it's the opposite from what we're saying. In the city, more, it's harder to do Shikha. Not like we say in the city, it's more Shikha. So the Gemara, no. Omar Kroy, it said in the Pasuk, Lo Toshuv Lekachto, don't return to take it. The Rabbi Shikha Sair to tell you also, if you went away to the city and you want to come back, it's still considered Shikha. So even in the city, there is Shikha. So the Gemara, what do you mean? That you need to tell you that if you did forget, you shouldn't come and take it back, that you have a lav that's forbidden to do so. It's not coming to tell you this extra chiddush. So the Gemara in Kaimim, if all the Torah wants to tell you that also forgetting in the city is considered forgetting, it should have said, don't take it. What does it come to tell you? If it's only coming to tell you a lav, it should say lo tikechenu, don't take it. Why did the Torah say lo toshuv, don't come back? It's coming to tell you also that shikha in the air that you need to come back for is considered shikha. As the Gemara va'akati in boile liketnani, you need this for different din that we learned in the Mishnah. Shelefonov ain't shikha. If something that's in front of you, they still need to collect, even though they forgot it for a moment. Since it's still in front of you, it's not shikha. Shelacharov. If something that you passed already and you forgot about, yes, shikha, shul b'bal toshuv, because that means going back to it, because from the loshon of loshuv, and we said the loshon of coming back is to do with the city. So it's a kasha, and the Gemara continues from the Mishnah, that klal, this is the rule, kol shul b'bal toshuv, anything that you need to come back for, shikha. Kol she'ino b'bal toshuv, that's in front of you, ain't a shikha, but we could see that we need the pasuk of lo toshuv to tell you this din, and not the din of the city. Omar Ravashi, Omar Kro, it says in the Pasuk that it should be to the Oni and a Gerel Almono, L'Rabbi Shikha Sa'ir, coming to include that also Shikha in the city is considered Shikha, so we know that Shikha also in the city is Shikha. V'chein Omar Ola. Now we're going back to the din that Rav Yehuda Omar Shmuel in the Mishnah, they said the Mishnah is talking about that he's Oimid B'tzad Tzodeu, says the Gemara, that Ola says the same, then you're koina the tzvi shabur and goes lo shein mafrichim. But if you're not standing there, you're not koina it. Rav Abba asked the kasha to Ula, Maisa Bar Gamliel v'skenim, the story of Gamliel and skenim, show you boyim basfina, that they're going in the ship, and Rav Gamliel remembered that he hasn't produce, he didn't give maisras to. Omar Rav Gamliel, Isu Shani Osid Lomud Nosem Yeshua. The Maisa that I'm going to give later on, I'm giving it already now to Rabbi Yeshua. And he was a Levi and he takes Maisa Rishon. And the space where the produce is standing is rented for him. And he got money, Rashi explained that he got money for the place, he gave him some money to rent the place so he could be koine with kinyan chotza. And the Maisa Oni that I need to give, Nosin Akiva ben Yosef, that he was a Gabbai of the Aniyim, that he would be koine for the Aniyim, and the place where the Maisa Oni is sitting will be rented to him. Says the Gemara, Rabbi Yeshua, Rabbi Akiva, B'tzad Tzodeu, Rav Gamliel Yoimdim. They were all in the ship together, all three Tanoim. They were not standing by the field, and we could still see that they were koine of kinyan chotza, even if they were not standing over there. So it's a kasha on Ula, who says that you need to be standing over there. Omalei, so Ula told him, Dom Yaim Rabbanon Kedeloi Gomar Inchi Shmaitza. Your kasha is a kasha of someone who didn't learn the sugya properly. He didn't tell him answer. When he came to Surah, this is when he came to Surah, this who was the one who asked him all of the question? I think Rabbanon, no, Rav Abba came to Surah. He said, this is why I asked Ullah, and this is what Ullah told me, and this is the question I asked him. So someone from the yeshiva over there told him, Rab Gamliel metalteli agav mekarka iknu lehem. Rab Gamliel wasn't makna to them the field, rented to them the field, and then they were kind of kinyan chotza, and then he could ask me a question that you need to be standing over there. No, the kinyan over there was kinyan agav. That is a kinyan, that if someone buys a field, he could buy agav, by the way, that when he's kind of the field, he could be kind of also metaltelim. So that was the kinyan over there, was kinyan agav. It wasn't kinyan chotza that he could ask any questions that they were not standing over there. Reb Zera Kibler, Reb Zera thought that's a good teretz. That Ullah probably meant they didn't learn the sugya properly. Rav Abba loy Kibler, Rav Abba said, no, it's not teretz. It's good they didn't accept the teretz because it's not good teretz. We know that the kinyan suda, that someone could pick up a piece of cloth, and with that you koina an item. So did they not have a piece of cloth to do kinyan chalifin? Why didn't he do chalipim? Why did he need to rent them a piece of his land? Elo. Because Rabban Gamliel, who didn't give maestros, doesn't really own the maestros. He only has a toivas hano, meaning he has the enjoyment, he has the benefit of deciding which Levi or which kohen he's going to give it to. But it's not his. That's called toivas hano. That's his whole ownership in it. So says Rava that the reason why he didn't do Suda is because to do Suda you need to be makne something that physically belongs to you. And over here it didn't physically belong to him. It was only the Tovas Hano that belonged to him. And that's not enough of something, the ownership that you could do Chalipin on. And therefore, like Chalipin you can't do with Tovas Hano. Also, Agav Karka you can't do with Tovas Hano. So therefore, it couldn't be that he was makna to them with kinyan agav. It must have been there was kinyan chotza. So we could still have a kasha. Or they were not standing over there. Elomai, we could see that kinyan chotza does not need to be standing over there, the owner of the chotza. Said the Gemara, this is not true. Matnois kuna nesina ksiv behu. By matnos kuna it says giving it over. It says nesina, giving it. Chalipin. When you do a swap with like a soda, kinyan soda, derech mekach umemkaru, it's like doing business, and therefore you can't really do chalipin. That's why I didn't do a kinyan soda, because it's like business. I give you the cloth, and you give me something else instead. But if the whole kinyan is only to decide who to give it to, that's not enough of a kinyan to do chalipin over. But metaltelim agav karka nesina alimti. But when you do agav karka, all you need is a nesina. And since matnes kona is considered a nesina, so therefore you could do agav karka nesina. And therefore that's pshat why they didn't need to be standing next to the field. Rav Papa Omar daras acheres makno isom shiny. Rav Papa says a new teretz that when did Ullah say that you need to be standing at the side of the field? That's talking about a Mציעא that no one's makne to you. You're coining it from the hefka. Then you need to be standing over there. But over here, where someone was makne to Akiva ben Yosef and to the Levi, Rav Gamliel was makne to them, so therefore it's much stronger. And therefore, even if you're not next to the field, Ullah will agree that since someone is makne to you, you're coining even without being over there. And that's the difference between a Mציעא and when someone's giving you this specifically to you. Said the Gemara, Munotim, how do we know that there's a difference between when someone gives it to you and something that you're trying to be zoicha from hefka? That nan we learned in the Mishnah, he saw them chasing after Mציעא, and It says in the Mishnah, and he saw them running after the deer, after the pigeons that can't fly yet, and he said, Zochtol Isadeo, he's Zoicha. V'omar Rabbi Yirmi, Omar Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Yirmi said in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, V'usharatz acharem u'magiyom. That's in the Mishnah, that Yikoina is only if you could catch up and catch a deer and catch those pigeons or birds. Uboy Rabbi Yirmi, and Rabbi Yirmi asked Rabbi Yochanan a shaila, Matona eich, how in matana, if someone's makni you matana, a broken deer or these birds that can't fly, do you also need to be able to chase them and catch them, that you should be koiner it? And Kibla Minir of Abba Bar Kahana, he was mikabel from him, Afal Pishurat Acharem Bein Magiyom, even if he chases them and he doesn't get it by matana. My timer lav mishum dedas acharas makno isum shiny. We could see that there's a difference. That when it's no das acheres makno, so when it's a mציעא that you koine from no on, therefore you need to manage to catch these animals. But in a case where someone's giving to you the present and the das makne, then you don't need to be ratz acherem u'magiyom, and afilu if you can't catch them, you're koiner it. So we can see there's a difference between das acheres makne and not. So therefore also the difference of das acheres makne if you need to be standing at the side of the field or not. Omar Rav Simi, Rav Papa, Aryeh get the das acharas makno yisova Omar Ulavo Yishomedes B'tzad Beiso B'tzad Chatzera. You want to tell me that Ula only spoke in a case where you're koine from Hefka? The problem is that Ula said that even by get, when a man gives a woman a get to a chotza, she needs to be standing next to a chotza. So we could see, and by the get, the husband's giving the get to the woman. So this das acheres makna, and afilu Achiula says you need to be standing there, so that can't be the chilek. So the Gemara, shiny get, the isibal korcher. Get is different because the woman is forcibly divorced in it, and therefore she needs to be standing over there. Matke Flor Sheshes Beredi Ravidi Velav Kal V'choyme U'Maget Isibal Kocho Yomed B'tzad Beiso B'tzad Chatzer in Iloiloi Matono Demidat Eloi Kol Shikein. Says Rav Sheshes, the son of Rav Idi, L'choyer Etzekal V'choyme, the opposite. If already a get that the woman, we don't need hadas, it's Baal Kocho, a man could forcibly give his woman a get and she doesn't have to want to accept it and she's Megureshes. And I feel she needs to be standing there, we need her over there. So Kol Sheken and Kol Sheken, in a case where we need him to be wanting to be Zoicha, for sure he needs to be standing over there, because we need his das. You can't forcibly give a matana to someone. Elo Maravashi Chotza Isra Boy Mishum Yad Veloy Gora Mishluchus. A chotza that does kinin chotza is a chiddush. It's like a hand of a person. If I own a chotza, so it's like my hand and it's koine for me. And it's also not worse off for my shliach, like I could send a messenger to do a message for me. Gabe get, when it's a get to choivulo, that's not schus for a woman to get in chovim lo adam elo bifono. It can't work midin shlichus because she doesn't want the shlichus to happen. It must work midin yad. And yad, she has to be there. And therefore the woman needs to be there, standing by the field when you give her a get. Since it's a schus, so you don't need it. You can work not only within yad, you can work within shlichus, because the person's very happy that you give him a nice gold Rolex watch. So therefore, even if he's not there, the chotza does a shlichus and it's koine for him when you have das achares makne. Therefore, we have two terutzim on the kasha on Ula. One teretz is there wasn't over there bikinin chotza, it was bikinin agav, and the other teretz is that really was bikinin chotza, but because that's achar makne, you don't need the person to be there. Today is Rosh Chodesh Adar, it's a time shenefach bo miyoger lesimcha meivel yom tov. It's a time that we have lots of luck. Everyone should be zoicha, lots of luck, lots of happiness. V'na poich, v'na poich.